Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am excited for today. I'm excited for every day that I record and do makeup. Let's just put it that way. But today I kind of want to do a combo of the Amrezy palette and I want to keep it in the nudes. So I'll probably play with these nude colors right here and brown tones. And then I really, you guys, love this Neon Lights or Neon Huda Beauty palette. It's just so beautiful. And then these two shades right here, really all of them, but these two shades right here are so pretty. And I want to take this shade and pop it on top of the brown, probably stick with a lighter brown or maybe even Senza, that kind of ruby color in the Amrezy palette. And you could see it has like a purple blue shift. It's just such a gorgeous color. So I want to play with that today. I have really been in the routine of starting with my brows first. Okay, I'm probably going to fast forward through all of this, but just to keep you guys in the loop and let you guys know what's going on, I'm going to use the Anastasia Dip Brow in Taupe, and then I'm going to take her Duo Taupe powder and pat on top over it. I've really been liking this process. Alright, so far so good. I'm going to go in with my P. Louise base. This is Rumor 3. I'm just going to take a little dot and put it on the back of my hand. What I find with this base, like a lot of people I see, they pile it on, and honestly I feel like a thinner base is better. I feel like when I pack too much on, it literally, like, it'll make my shadow crease. Before I begin, I am gonna set this base. I always like to set my eye base, I don't know why, and I'm gonna go in with the KKW Beauty. I'm gonna go in with this bone color, which I believe is Decade. This is like one of my favorite colors to set with, or I'll use a powder. I just feel like when I set it, it gives it a smoother blendability. And it is Saturday. I was gonna say Friday, but it's not Friday. It's actually Saturday today. Cheers. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna go into this bad boy right here. And I think I'm gonna start with New Yorker. New Yorker. Am I saying that right? I'm gonna take, what am I taking here? I'm gonna take a pinched crease brush. This is the JH33 from the Jaclyn Hill collection. Love her collection, I say it every time. And I'm gonna start with this in the crease. I haven't decided. I have not decided if I want to use more of a neutral tone on my lid or go in with Senza. I'm really liking that kind of burgundy color. I just think it's really pretty. So I'm taking this and really softening it on my crease, and I am taking it close, very, very close, and feathering it up to my brow bone. I like a really smooth transition like that. And you can see that even though I set this base, you can still see it gripping, which is great. And I do take it and kind of wing it out toward my temple. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into 1988, this beautiful brown shade right here, and I'm dipping in with that same brush. I did rub off any residue on a paper towel. I always have a paper towel in my lap. It's just, I don't know, you just never know when you're gonna need it, you know? So I'm gonna start in this crease. I'm going to start in this outer corner, but I do want to take it all the way into this crease. And I'm just gently feathering this to get a really good blowout. You know, I used to be so light-handed. I'm still light-handed. I love having a light touch. It actually makes me feel good when my clients tell me that. I want to keep this outer corner a bit, you know, this outer crease here a bit on the dark side. So we might deepen this up later. Right now I just want to keep it like that. I have this vein that goes right here and it like messes with my eye shape right here. It just doesn't make it smooth. Next, I'm going to take this blender brush by Real Techniques. I love this brush. It's nice and fluffy and big, and it just fits perfectly when you're trying to cover a lot of space. But I love how it's tapered off, like pinched and tapered off as well, so that when you want to get into the crease and you're not necessarily doing a cut crease, but you want to make it like a finer crease, it's just a beautiful brush to do that with. Now we're going into Senza. And I'm just going to do a light coating all over my eyelid. I want to start light. I don't want to put too much on. Beautiful. See, I can really take the tip of this brush and really follow into this crease and marry it with the crease color you put down before this one. I don't know, I've just really been enjoying this brush. Alright, you guys, I'm really liking the way that is looking, but before we continue and before we move on to this bad boy and add this beautiful shade, what I want to do is go back into this palette, and I want to go into Yugo, which is this dark brown, and I'm going to take more of a finer pointed tapered brush. So I'm going to dip into Yugo, and when I do, I'm just using one side of the brush because I'm just going to take it and pat it into this crease and give it a good wiggle. And this is going to add a little more depth and dimension to the look, so it's really going to deepen that outer crease. I've really been loving this whole like cat eye look. I mean, I feel like my eyes are kind of in that shape, so I really love to play on that. If you have hooded eyes, keep your eyes open and just give that a good blend. And it's almost like you want to go straight across. You don't want to like dip it. You just want to go straight in and out. And then once you have that, then you can work on feathering it up a little bit more into the crease, just to really make sure that it's blended. And feel free to dip in between the two brushes that you were using. See how there's just more depth in that corner than there is in this eye? Okay, now I want to get to the fun part. I mean, this is all the fun part, but we're going to go into this Neon Obsessions palette and with our finger dip into this gorgeous shade here. Oh my god, you guys, I love this shade. It's just so beautiful. I love the purple blue iridescence to it. Tell me that is not gorgeous. And against that red, I do want to take it a little bit up into the crease, like I just kind of want to get it everywhere. Ooh. You guys, look. And the reason I wanted to take Semsa, that beautiful maroon shade, is it was really gonna pick up on the blue and purple tones of this shadow and just, I mean, look how pretty that is. Oh, You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in with the Inglot gel liner, and what I like about the gel liner is that you can kind of manipulate it and feather it out, and I think that's what I want to do. I'm gonna take the Inglot liner and I'm putting it on the back of my hand here because this liner tends to dry out, and I feel like the body heat from my hand kind of helps it, you know, not dry out so quickly. All right, you guys, so far, so happy. I am going to go into two of my shades here from Kever FX Power Play G50 Plus or G plus 50 and G40 Plus. But these are both the olive tone. One obviously is a little darker than the other, so I kind of want to mix it. This is the G50 Plus. They have a really nice shade range for olive tones. I feel like finding shade ranges for olive tones is kind of always a hassle. They're just too beige or too pink or too orange, and it's kind of annoying. So I do appreciate when a brand has good olive tones. I really want to keep my foundation a little more on the neutral side, so I don't want to highlight too bright, and for that I have the Kylie Cosmetics Maple Concealer. I really like this color as my summer color when I don't want to be too bright. I actually really enjoy her concealers, the Kylie concealers. Make sure you're well hydrated, and I find that sometimes even when I am well hydrated it still creases a bit. Pause. Excuse you. Knowing the products in general that you're working with, when you lay down concealer, for example, you want to know the product enough to know how quickly it dries. So whether you're doing makeup on yourself or you're doing it on a client, make sure you know how that product works. I'm going to contour the nose a little bit. I went a little wide there. Do you hate when you feel a hair on you? I like to do things with a brush, so once I put the concealer on, I go with my foundation brush and just give everything a little buff. And normally in this area, I just gently press it in. And then as it gets closer to the cheeks, I like to buff it out. Loving the way that that is looking. Do I want to do a cream contour? I think I do. I think I do want to do a cream contour, and to contour, I'm gonna go in with my KKW. This is dark contour 1. It looks super dark, but a little bit goes, I don't want to say a long way, but just enough. This product also dries down in my opinion, so if you're going to put it on the whole face, make sure you work a little bit quickly. So I'm going to wait to do my forehead and nose. I'm going to start here and just start blending out my cheeks first. But it is, I love her contour sticks. I think they're very creamy. and very pliable when you first put it on. But you can see how dark it is, but how light it ends up blending out. I like to blend up into the hairline. To blend out my nose, I'm gonna use this nice little pinched brush I got in a cheap set a long time ago, and I was gonna toss it and I was like, well, I'll just keep it for, I don't know, maybe I'll find a use for it, and I did. And I love to use it to contour the nose. And I'm taking the contour and taking it into the hollow of my arch here to really blend into the eyebrow and into the arch and really give it, you know, my crease, and really give it a nice smooth transition. All right, now it's time to powder. I'm just gonna do a light powder. I don't typically like to bake. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do, really just to try it and see how the technique works. And there is a process for baking. Like, baking does have its, you know, pros to it. So I'm not against it, but I will barely ever bake around under my eyes. There is no way. My eyes are too dry, and it makes the makeup look super dry. I hate it. I hate baking under my eyes. I'll do a light set, if anything. Guys, I love the Huda Beauty powder. It just smells so good. It's a very intense smell. It's very strong, but I love it. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the KKW Beauty powder. This is, the sticker fell off, but I think it's number 3. It's the yellow toned powder, and I'm just gonna take a little bit because, as you can see, I kind of skipped under my eye. And I'm just gonna take her brush, the duo brush that comes in, and I'm lightly going to pat and dismiss this powder under the eye. Just wipe it away. And I like to do that between my brows too, because I like the consistency of this powder. And I get really oily here, so. All right, you guys, so there's a little extra powder on that I'm gonna wipe off in a little bit. I'm gonna take the KKW Beauty, this is their brown liner, and I'm going to line my lower lash line. I do like these liners for the creaminess. As far as longevity, the lower lash line will always bleed out. Like, nothing ever stays on my lower lash line. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go back into the Amrezy palette, and I'm taking a pinched flat brush, and I'm gonna dip between 1988 and BK, so this brown and the black. And I'm gonna smudge it under that liner that we just did. That's where I want most of the product and most of the drama. So wherever you want most of the drama, that's where you're gonna lay your brush down first, because it usually packs the most punch, you know, when you first lay it down. So I'm gonna take that same shader brush that we used earlier, and I'm just gonna take the tip of it. Like, remember I told you I love how rounded this tip is. And I'm gonna dip into Semza and just run it along this bottom lash line. All right, you guys, I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara. I'm gonna use the Volume Butterfly by L'Oreal. I love this mascara. I love the brush. The formula is really nice too, but I love this brush. It's one of my favorite mascaras. All All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and then I'm gonna do a second coat and clean up some spots. Always let your mascara dry if you get it anywhere on your face. Just let it dry and it'll just flick right off with a Q-tip, okay? Note. For blush, I'm gonna go in with the Wanted To palette by NARS. And I think what I'm gonna do is dip into this color here and this color here. Now this is more of a shimmer, but I kind of have a good, you know, shimmer effect going on and I don't mind it. So I'm gonna start with that deeper berry color. All right, then I'm gonna go into that more kind of a champagne-y color and I'm gonna kind of blow it out from the top down. So I'm gonna go back in with my powder brush and just where my contour is, I'm gonna soften it up a little bit. So far, so happy. I'm gonna go in with the Glow Gleam Kit from Anastasia of Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna dip into Starburst, which is this color right here. It's my favorite color in the palette. I'm gonna take that and give myself a nice little highlight. Alright, you guys, I'm going to take that same color and put it in the inner corners of my highlight. What did I just say? I'm going to take that same color and put it on the inner corner of my eye. What the hell did I just say? Ooh, we're about done. I do like to highlight my mole, so we're gonna do that. And I'm not going anywhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and drench my face before we finish off and do lips. So what do I want to drench my face with? It's with the MAC Fix Plus spray. It's about done, so I'm just trying to finish it at this point. But it's like squirting at me, so I think it's officially done. Let's just throw that bad boy away. Guys, I'm so mad my fan broke. And I keep forgetting to get a new one when I'm out. Like, how annoying. So to finish off, I'm gonna go in with 90s Icon from the KKW line and line my lips. Like, it's called 90s Icon, and in all seriousness, it really is. Like, this color is the definition of 90s. Right now I'm gonna go in with Malibu from the Kylie line. So it is a bit kind of dark and vampy, which I don't mind, but I do want to lighten it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the KKW Nude 1, which is a little more on the pink side, like a nude pink. All right, here it is, you guys. This is the final look. I love these eyes. Like, I love this color scheme on the eyes. I think it's so pretty. Those colors paired so beautifully together, just out of so many different shades, like shimmery shades, glittery shimmery shades. This is just such a beautiful shade. Anyway, okay, I know I'm obsessing, but Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through and following me on this makeup journey of my face and what we did to it. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell notification for some more and upcoming videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.